Autocratic dictator, you'll find out sooner or later. What a great song, truth of really what is Canada and where we're going. I want to do this video. Elon Musk, his big socialist enterprise, literally all his wealth literally built off of taxpayers. And it amazes me, so many purportedly are conservative, so they say, really in fact are not. And it's scary. We see it in Canada, I see it on my posts, people chiming in. There's a big attack on Donald J. Trump, conservatives from Canada in denial, very rhino Republican, pretty much evil Democrat stylized conservatives who just love subjugation. They really do. These people are the ones that fall on the libertarian side, but they want squatters' rights. They love the idea of freedom of movement without property rights, or freedom from responsibility and accountability, which is entirely what a Canadian is. It's called a subject. If you're a Canadian, you're a subject. Yes, you get some rights and freedoms, mostly not the majority of them, but they're free from responsibility and accountability, which means there is no right and freedom at all at the end of the day. You'll see this from the Maxime Bernier folks, especially. You'll see it from this right fighter, conservative Canadian. All Democrats are this way, who purport to be physically conservative, but it's always embracing massive socialism, and they try to hide from it or dress it up in some kind of, it's my right, absolutely at the expense of everybody else's right. Elon Musk does not want any of the big beautiful bill going through. It's going to cost him all his subsidies leave. If you need your companies and your industry subsidized by taxpayers, it's a garbage industry. It means it's not viable. It's not economically viable. Americans lose this. Canadians have lost this a long time ago. Subject to the taxpayers, meaning that industry really doesn't exist without massive subsidies from everywhere else. That's a joke. It's a fraud. It's a scam. And that is what Elon Musk is. He's so angry. He's got this Epstein. You see all the PPC people, all these right fighters jumping on board with it because they can't make it without subsidy. They can't exist in their jobs in Canada or in the Democrat stronghold without subsidization. That's pathetic. They excuse their own tariffs. They say that's justified. Our massive taxes, this Senate deal that's conservative and liberal in Canada going back a number of decades. And it's all to hide from the reality of American freedoms, to continue subjugation. Only the Crown loyalists will get platforms everybody else denied. You see this throughout digital, all the platforms, all of the internet, all of the media. How Canadians don't see it is beyond me. How you can say, I'm conservative, an absolute suppression of truth. There is no, and I mean zero, records of Donald J. Trump in any photos. They're all proven fake, completely AI doctrine. There's no him with any children, no him with any Epstein Island. Zero, none, zilch. If there was, those Democrats would largely propagate that everywhere. You've got rhino Republicans, huge, filthy, conservative socialists, all those who love subjugation on Elon Musk's side, promoting absolute fake narratives, fake photos, fake everything. There is no documentation of Donald J. Trump with any children. He's 100% in the clear. Has he been a playboy in his younger years? Has he been a billionaire like so many others in the time period? Cheating and everything else, things that I don't personally morally agree with. But I know for a fact, in all the evidence provided, there is nothing with him with underage women. You may not like the women that guy got involved with, but they're adults, consenting adults. You may not like his moral choices in his younger years, but it's not illegal, it's not pedophilia, it's none of that. And there are zero records of that. Nobody's produced any records of Trump and underage women. There's zero, none, zip, zilch. And Elon Musk, literally, with all his tech-savvy bullshit, is literally propagating fake photos. We had Marcus Rufio, actor, really hardcore against child trafficking, poster guy for that, completely apologized just over a week and a half ago. He knows it's all fake. He's sorry for sharing it. He's sorry for falling for the liar, the con artist, the absolute fraud, Elon Musk. And anyone holding on to that, you're a loser. You're a glorified Democrat. You've always been about freedom from accountability and responsibility. I see you socialists a mile away, and sadly, you're a fascist. It's socialist and fascist combined, because that is what the crown is. If you're not talking constitutionalism and we the people Republican system, and you're sitting there in the Third Reich of France and you love Maxime Bernier or any conservative politicians who've denounced Trump, blame Trump for all our economic problems, you're a loser. You might as well go sign up with CNN and the Democrats. You're not me. You're never going to be a part of me or anything I promote or share. I don't attack corporations, isolate corporations one or the other, because I know it's a larger problem. I know that corporations largely come from the provinces and the territories, that crown power nearly at a 90 percentile. Why would I ever go after individual corporations or target companies when absolutely they run under the government, the crown? And I haven't seen a Liberal, an NDP, a Bloc, a Green, the Conservative Party of Canada, or People's Party of Canada, and everybody else in between, all the provincial parties and all their names and designations, ever, folks, ever stand up to that, which is what's absolutely wrong with Canada, the provinces and territories. And it starts with we, the people, in constitutional power, just like the United States. Now, I wanted a Canada, a better Canada in that narrative, largely off the American model. I believe we could even make it bigger and better. But we've never had a president support us in the 51st state. That means the veto's gone. A president with House, Senate, and Congress, absolutely majority, ready to go. We're watching the big, beautiful bill go through for the people who largely get the tax breaks this time. Yes, they renew the first set to build industries, to create jobs, to increase GDP that Elon Musk can't talk about, because that's primary sector, and Elon Musk lives in the public sector funding off the taxpayers' tit. Deficit and debt financing for him and his industries, all government contracts. Wake up, people. The guy is a supersized socialist who was always out of the fascist state, never dismembered, never redesigned. He's a putrid evil against what is the United States of America. Donald Trump used him. I love it. I'm proud of President Donald J. Trump. I'm so very proud of him for using that asshole and then discarding him as fast as possible. Music to my ears. He got what he deserved. He deserves it. He's a piece of shit, and he proves it today. He's not a primary sector guy. He's not for the working class. Never is, never going to be, not for Americans and America business interests. He's all about kill the taxpayer, kill the small business and working man. Donald J. Trump goes, nope, I used you, Elon. Now get lost, loser. You either get on board or you pack your shit like everybody else. It's America first. The people of the United States. Donald J. Trump's doing his job. The Supreme Court did its job. Donald J. Trump and everything I've published over the last 6 months in relation to birthright citizenship, 110% accurate. Proved this week. Monumental things coming. July 4th is going to be the greatest day, greatest birth date in Americans' history, and it's going to be a detrimental blow to Canada. They can't function without the United States, which means you never really had sovereignty. You've got a low-life degenerate crown who holds your sovereignty. And until you realize that, you're the biggest loser. Now I want to backtrack here. The 2-decade-and-a-half-old CETA agreement, now with the EU Defence Pact with Canada, the epic losses for Canadians. I want everybody, because I made these posts epic, large, it's all easily found. South Korea procures 30,000 troops from the United States, massive equipment at literally 1/5 the cost Canada pays in its military requirements that yield half the results of South Korea with American procurement, meaning our Canada CETA, our Canada-European defense deal is a joke. More than 15 times the cost of America to South Korea with half the results. Think about that. We are getting asinine fucked. And there is no economist, no academic, nobody in military that can deny this analysis. It's all for all of you who wish to look at it. I have on my timeline videos erased, but all those posts made are still there, and you can go back in time. Benjamin Ebley just shared one that was on hold in his Alberta 51st state that proves what I said 6 months ago, where I showcased South Korea. But you can all look it up for yourself and go, wow, they're getting way more military, way more pound-for-pound weaponry for literally over 10 years, 1/15 the cost of Canada's CETA, and literally Canada now EU deal. 1/15 the cost, twice the firepower, twice the troops. That's by leasing from America and procuring from America. Why are our politicians ignoring this? You could easily get a trade deal going that route. We could bolster our military, but they don't want to protect North America. They want to corrupt it. Canada's built as a wall against the United States to destroy Americans. That's what we're for. It's a big line across that, what Trump calls imaginary line, largely the 49th parallel and then some. It's a joke. It's always been a corruption. It's a 9-kingdom old world order disease of the very socialist fascist system that was the Axis powers. Look at the G7. Look how many Axis powers are in league and aligned with Canada now. And then all the allies are with Donald J. Trump making deals. We are so epically screwed, it's not even funny. Folks, today at 4 o'clock Eastern, I'm on Twitter. I'm going to do a major Twitter live with, X space with Jonathan Bahai. It's a good one on all this stuff. It's going to go into details I haven't shared. Stephen Harper busted. I'm going to bust a lot with Alberta that's going to shock a lot of people. All credible, real, totally verifiable. It upsets conservatives. It's highly unpopular, but it's get your head out of your ass. Quit with People's Party of Canada, CPC, UCP. It's all fraud. They are lockstep with the Liberals. I can prove it. I've got Stephen Harper, Alberta Investment Board chair since the fall. Massive Alberta investments into the Liberal Party in Arctic defence with the European Union just after that trade pact. Already Albertans are losing their money to that at an epic rate. You think you're going to get independence? You think you're going to smash and punch Donald J. Trump and America first in the face? MAGA America? They're going to crush you. They're going to crush you like the rest of Canada. I'm sorry, but everything that comes out of every politician's mouth in Canada is a lie. And I have massive slides, massive proof. even good Canadians, and I should thank Jerry Lalonde, and his daughter, who works in the military and actually logged the flights of Stephen Harper. I've got that publication in Nunavut, and you can look at the Liberal Alliance with the Alberta Investment Board Chair, Stephen Harper, what promises he made from Alberta taxpayers, Alberta debt slaves. There's no surplus, as all that money was borrowed last year. It's all a lie. A bigger lie, maybe in fact, than Mark Carney, or at least it's a lockstep lie of UCP and Stephen Harper with Mark Carney and the European Union. And if you think President Donald J. Trump is some cuckold fool that doesn't see it, you're sadly mistaken. You're so sadly mistaken. That's my video. We'll see at 4 o'clock. We'll have more to share. And I'll post those slides actually on Facebook. So at least they're there forever. That's my video. Actually, I want to make one more thing. I would have loved to go on the July 5th, elbows up, St. Lawrence against New York Democrat Americans. And of course, all the programmed conservative and liberal NDP People's Party Canadians who are going to be elbows up down the St. Lawrence. I would have loved to get loyal patriots with us, to get a jet boat. I wanted to get those water pack guns, carry the big Canada 51st state flag, just wipe them all out, pound them with water guns. It would have been funny. I bet you we would have been on the news. Relive the War of 1812, but America winning and Canada the 51st state, at least in a comical, funny, wiping all these people out on the rafts and tubes. I would have loved that, but I have commitments to nuclear. I've got to work all the way through the week, so I can't get out of it. It's my contract, but it's too bad. Would have been awesome. I would have loved to do that. I think that would have been funny. But God bless everybody. Share, share, share. There is no pedophile attachments for Donald J. Trump. If the Democrats could, they would have proved that. There is zero, zip, zilch, none. It's all propaganda, all to attack Donald J. Trump, and it only showcases the major corruptions of Canada, the Democrats. It shows your conservatives are 100% in lockstep with the Democrats and can't function out of anything other than socialism and fascism. And they're going to lose. They're going to lose epically. And you'll see that the Democrats will betray all those Canadians anyway. They won't dissolve anything that Trump has designed here and goes forward with the big, beautiful bill. You're going to see it's going to hurt Canada incredibly, massively across all provinces, territories, and of course, the federal government to come. By April 15th of 2026, it's going to be game over for Canada economically, and we will be sliding from that point onward into second and then third world status. Just a few short years. That's my video. Real, credible, verifiable, undeniable. Share, share, share. Proof is there for everyone to look up. It easily hits you squarely as soon as you start researching it. Research USA, Korea military investments, US military lease troops in South Korea, and you will find this truth. Canada is nothing but an epic lie, an epic corruption of all the politicians against you, the cuckold subjects and savage First Peoples. Not my words. This is found in the Constitutional Acts of Canada, every single one amendments to the provinces and territories, known as Executive Powers Acts, and absolutely the Indian Act of Canada, all of which I didn't create, all of which enforced today, all of which tells you exactly what you are and who they are and what they will do to you. That's my video. Share, share, share. Get it out there. It is the truth, the only truth, reality of today. A truth that Trump and the America First MAGA understand entirely and beautifully. It's a great day to be alive. It's a sad truth of Canada. It scares me too. But there is high hope. So much hope for the next 3 years. So much monumental work we're going to be doing that all of you are going to get to be a part of. We have a big month ahead of us. It's going to be incredible. Bye now. Share, share, share. Get it out there.